What's up, guys? I'm BTC. There have been quite a few game-breaking bugs ever since the quote-unquote upgrade to Overwatch 2. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the current ones that are actually in-game right now and how to defeat them, specifically the Mercy one that involves an emote on one of the push maps. I'm sure some of you have already seen this being used. I'm going to show you how to defeat it. But there is also another bug with Tracer, and we've had all kinds of problems. In fact, I think we've had more game-breaking bugs in the last 2 months than we did with the last 2 years of Overwatch. It's almost as if the developers were in a rush to push the game out as fast as they could, and they just put out a buggy mess that wasn't ready. So we had Bastion, who got removed from the game for, I think it was like 2 weeks or so, but the problem was that it took, I believe, a week or maybe longer before Blizzard even acknowledged that there was a problem. And this was that his ultimate could be used pretty much infinitely. There was a little trick you could do, and you could just keep using your ultimate again and again and again. But the thing is, players knew about this. They started using it. It was very public common knowledge that you could do this, and yet it took Blizzard way too long to actually react to it and to do something about it. Same thing with Torbjorn. He had a problem, I believe it was with his overload ability, and they removed him from competitive. Just recently, we had Mei, who got removed because she could use her ice wall to put teammates into walls, and then it made them immortal because they couldn't get attacked and stuff, which, by the way, is similar to what we're going to talk about with the Mercy bug. But this was so that basically your teammates could never be hit by the enemy, and obviously it was pretty game-breaking when this happened. And it took Blizzard, again, way too long to react. Also, I think it's funny that they released an incredibly ugly skin for Mei and ripped people off for $10 for a skin for a character that you couldn't even use, because at the time that they put the Mei skin in the store, Mei wasn't even able to be used. Kind of funny how that works. We've also had problems with Sombra, but I mean, she's always had issues with the teleport, being able to get into walls and stuff. But usually the thing is they're able to kind of deal with this and acknowledge it. But recently, I just don't know what the issue is, right? They'll have a game-breaking bug and they leave it in the game for like a week before they're like, oh, hey, yeah, we need to go and fix this. So let me show you what's going on with the current bugs. So first of all, we have Tracer, who just magically lost all of her fall-off up until 20 meters. Whatever was changed in the most recent patch basically broke the fall-off damage for Tracer. So now, let me show you. If you're at 20 meters and you attack, it's gonna take you a while to deal enough damage to take out the enemy, right? But if you're up close, well, you can take out the enemy way faster because there's no fall-off damage. However, if you go right up to the 20-meter mark, and then you attack, oh look, there's no fall-off damage. So, you basically have Tracer, who is effectively a sniper at this point, because you can attack at 20 meters away and still do full damage. Now, obviously, the spread on her attack is gonna, kind of mess it up, but I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Now, how long is this going to be in the game before Blizzard actually fixes it? Those are criticals, or at least some of them are criticals because of the spread. But you don't even need criticals. I'm going to aim at the bottom here. Half of those are missing, but it doesn't matter. You're doing an absurd amount of damage, and all you need to do is make sure that you're within that 20 meters. This is a pretty good distance that you can attack, right? Pretty good distance you can attack and still do huge amounts of damage. Now, there is another bug, and that is with Mercy, and it actually breaks one of the maps. So let me go and show you what that is. Alright, now I'm going to show you the Mercy bug and how to defeat it if one of your enemies is using it in order to stall the robot on the push map. It's actually really, really easy to defeat as long as you know what to look for. So, if you happen to see the robot just kind of stop moving right here and just stand around looking confused, it means that there's a hidden Mercy nearby and you need to deal with it. So, what this involves is this stack of rocks right here and a lack of player collision detection. So, most objects will have collision detection, so you can't go inside of it, and also it has an attack collision, so your attacks will bounce off of it or get stuck on it or whatever. So with this, you can see that it goes on it and it bounces off, but you can still walk inside. And you can't jump on top of it, so there's no player collision detection. Even Mercy, if she goes over, she can attack it, right? And you'll see that the attacks are getting stopped by the blocks. But she can then go inside the block, and if you get into the correct spot and you use your sitting emote, Mercy, because of the way she sits down, she now is completely inside of the block, and she can't be hit. By most attacks anyways, right? Most things are not going to be able. Usually what happens when I see people kind of stuck on this, they're like, you know, they don't know how to deal with it. It's actually really, really, really simple. All you have to do is walk over to Mercy and punch her in the face. And it will remove her from the emote, and then you can just take her out like that. And that's it. That's all you need to do. I mean, there are some other ways that you can deal with it, too. There are some things like Sojourn's AoE will still hit her, I believe. You can also throw that on top, and it will grab her and pull her out of it like that. But really, I mean, the simplest thing to do, you know, if you have a Mercy that's trying to hide there, like again, so this is what I'm telling you. If for whatever reason you're on this map and you see the robot just stop right here and not move, the first thing you should do is walk over to this block and punch Mercy in the face. And then the robot will be able to start moving again. So that's all you need to do. Now, it looks like Blizzard did actually put in a little bit of a fix to this, because what happens is if you wait a certain amount of time, it's not like Mercy can just sit there forever. If she's not moving and if she's just kind of is stuck there in the emote, then after a certain amount of time, it does teleport her out, but all the player needs to do is move around a little bit and they'll stop that from happening. So again, if you see this, all you have to do, walk over to the rock, punch Mercy in the face, and then you'll be good. From what I've seen, only Mercy is able to get this trick to work. Even Junkrat's sneaky laying down emote doesn't seem to work because you kind of stretch out too much. And if I show you like this right here, you can hide inside of it, but your leg and a little bit of your head still pokes out and they can attack you. So you can still be seen. So Mercy is the only one that can kind of sneak in there and be totally unseen. But again, if you just see the robot stop working, then just go over there and punch it and you'll be fine. So there you go, guys. A bunch of game-breaking bugs, and Blizzard just takes way too long to fix them. So let me ask you something. Have you seen this bug here with Mercy hiding inside the blocks? And how long do you think it's going to take before Blizzard actually fixes this? Let me know down below.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive.